maybe? Maybe Edward's back. Most likely. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. Looks like he's writing something.
Ooh, what? What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I have to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Sure, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Almost always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Hold on, let me take a look at this. Wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. Let me see what this girl is doing crawling around my feet. Didn't even look. Just had to get some water, just like, yeah, straight up.
What? A letter?
Oh, it was, retirement, right? If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died.
But, Miss Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I walked has been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Letter of resignation. Edgeworth's discarded letter of resignation. He's serious. Well, let's talk about forged evidence. Yay! There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. And nothing I can do to erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified? The police department and the prosecutor's office share bond trust. If that bond is broken, you stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuse I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth,
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it come to this? Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial? Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First, last year's trial, and now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
but Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. Wait, hold on, that's the same paper that Gant, put in his desk. What do you mean? The list of evidence seems too short. most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been a part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture? Something seems strange about it. Well, let's do the day of the crime and then we show the picture, because I feel like that's gonna change or add something. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in the ceremony over at the station, right? I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
It was receiving awards, can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, and drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Was this asked by Gant?
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, we can't ask you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes. It was a piece of evidence that was in It was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? And it always comes back to the chief. The chief is the one who's behind this. Why would the chief have this evidence? Why would the chief ask him specifically to bring it back to the office? Because he planned this entire thing. That's right. Okay, so let's show him. Just check this out first.
Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as a public prosecutor.
He really wrote a resignation letter.
Wow. Even when resigning, Mr. Ashworth is cool and concise. Still, it wasn't his fault.
Someone had to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world.
Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits.
Well, not everyone sees it that way.
To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life to pay for it. To truly take responsibility, you have to work the rest of your life for no pay.
That's one tough grown-up world out there. Hey, nothing on the back. So let's show him a team picture. This picture was hanging on the wall in the Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors Award trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That's what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. It all ties together. Here's the story behind its design.
The story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? Simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the word's based on. Okay, so tell us more about the contradiction. Like, oh, got the shield and sword, but the shield is broken, and so's the sword. Oh, so it's kind of like, oh, the immovable object meets an unstoppable force. I guess that. This word originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. The first meaning halberd, the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell her though? For Emma's sake. Very well. Am I right about the immovable object meets an unstoppable force? I think I'm right about that. Long ago in the kingdom of Zhu, it was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perspective. But then again, you heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. With the king pointing this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you given the shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the word abolished. Chief Gant. The King Prosecutor's Trophy updating the court record. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. Everything revolved about Chief Gant. So, he's the one who's behind it all. So let's also present Neil's autopsy. Okay. Okay, SL9 incident? Nope. Nothing with the SL9 incident. Unstable jar? No. Nothing with the unstable jar. The knife? Nothing with a knife. The time card? It seems everything in this case is designed to cast doubt on me. Hey, don't look at me. Yes, I went to the evidence room on that day of the crime. Chief Gant asked me to do something. It always back to Chief Gant.
Take evidence from a case solved 6 months ago back to the prosecutor's office.
I have a logger in there as well. Did you notice anything amiss when you were in the evidence room? That room's always dark, and I was in a hurry. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Okay. Blue Badger. Yeah, I was not gonna say anything about that. Okay. So, you know, it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere, like on a shelf. That has no meaning to me anymore. What do you mean, anymore? That's who I was last year. What good is it to dwell on the past? He's asking me?
Why can't he accept it graciously? Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look, you notice anything different?
Different?
Yeah, don't you remember? The other shield in the court record.
I guess I better present this other shield. Yeah, can't really do much, so... I'm guessing we're gonna have to take the... Oh, I was about to say I'll take the resignation to Gumshoe, and then Gumshoe will always have access to Chief Gant's office to place the resignation form. Oh. Everyone's coming back here for their one last quick, moment to, get the last word in, Bit tired of everyone coming back with all these voices I gotta do. A one-man show. Oh, man. Oh, man. Just gotta take a quick drink, just cause I don't want it's tiring, okay?
Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef?
Miss Star. I guess she's out for lunches.
You certainly are a curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this case was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day that evidence from that case was due for transfer. This can't be albeit after it's a mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness?
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years. Again, my connections kind of make sense. Okay, so let's talk about the Dark investigation.
Joe Dark. His name I'll never soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, with a pleasure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Who her? Lana? Her?
Lana Sky. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course they were led by the legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant.
Okay, so what happened after the case closed?
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then, Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office, became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used? Okay, so let's talk about the legendary duo.
Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation, with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that, I mean his ability to track evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the case he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean?
Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared to confront him though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall, when Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Star. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
So, what's this about being used? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
Alas, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. Maybe turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Okay. Is there anything with any evidence I have that she could comment on? Okay, so nothing with that. Okay, Neil's autopsy, nothing with that. How about the team picture? Okay. SL9 incident. Really? Nothing even with the SL9 incident. ID card report? Nope. Switchblade? Nope. Okay, I don't think she's gonna comment on anything else, so let's move back over to the police department. For more things, even more things. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 of these files. Copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's offices. Period. It'd be my neck on the line. The office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
Well, I guess this letter of resignation I have to do. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they push him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusts us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card.
we can't do that. Someone found out. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out the loop. After all, I'm friends with Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be good as terminated.
What?
So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Yumshu's ID tucked swiftly into his pocket. A police department ID card allows access to areas of the PD open to detectives. Alright. Bomb place. Bomb place to examine. The chief office. And then after that, I'm pretty sure we go straight into to the final day of trial. So let's do this.
Here goes, Miss Wright. We're in. If anyone finds us now,
Detective Gumshoe's a Garner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out.
Eee!
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap ghosts. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? Uh, I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point of giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID card crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card. I hardly get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
We're all in this together. You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, let's talk. A desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's?
Yes. That's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it here. He leaves it here as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, it was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see.
So ever since Lana left, no one ever touched that desk?
No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who was in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. It can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes? I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wanna be... Nah. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What I think of him? Perhaps it's best if I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There you go. Ignore me again. Sorry, but gotta examine as much as possible. So, because we're first on Gant's side.
You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were...
No. Why is it going faster? I don't like going with this. Come on. You got text here. Don't auto skip unless we put it on auto skip, okay? This man. At first, the chief wanted to use the stained glass for this window.
Really? Why didn't he?
They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view.
Oh,
Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. And we got this knight here. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. Chief doesn't care for imitation. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
what? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
You don't have any taxes to pay. Careful what you say. Who knows? Chief may be hiding in this arbor as we speak. I don't think he fit in there.
Even if he did, he'd not be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Okay, so, desk.
Wow, look at the size of the Chief Gain's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier, Yep. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case name.
Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what's this doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about the evidence list. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it. The Chief must be hiding something about that case.
Would appear so. The evidence list added to the evidence list added to the court record. Listed evidence used in SL9 incident. It was ripped in half, so this part's all we got. Okay, let's see what the evidence say. Okay. Oh, what? What? Nani? I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. Was this Emma's drawing?
What is this? Did you find something?
I can't even get out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. No, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Miss Wright?
I better not forget about this picture. Yeah, this is most definitely Emma's drawing. Cause she said that she did draw something, but like it was like unrecognizable, something along the lines of that. So yeah. Why can't we examine this? Like it's right here. Like if we can read what's on this, then like we can kind of compare it to if we go to Edward and see his list.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gain's desk.
Found this inside the drawer. A list of evidence from the SL9 incident.
Miss Edgeworth had the other half of that list.
What would this list be doing here? We better look around. We better look a little more into this list. Yeah, we did. Got a safe here. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is right with intrigue. Okay, if you say so.
It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it.
7-digit number. I think I might know what it is. Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's... Okay. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Okay. Well, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. It works? Oh boy. What's in here?
Bingo. What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal? 7777777. The final ID card number on that record.
What?
The number of the mysterious executive office who entered the room that day. You mean that ID number? I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's number. ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
Should we look inside or... hey, how about look at the organ? The chief organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing from the Criminal Affairs Department. It's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days, except the ringing in his ears. So it's an instrument of punishment. Literally.
But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyways. That's besides the point. Take a look at the photo. It was taken on the day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of questioning the room and tried to kill Emma. Oh, what if it's in the safe? The other piece of that of the base of the jar, whatever. Is it a jar? Is it a vase? Jar? Yeah. Okay. After receiving his reward trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. You think? Okay, before we check the desk, let's check everything else. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making detective, I always dreamt about doing something like that.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams of suicide.
So as long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired.
Don't say that.
Okay, so nothing on the desk here. Anything here? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. The small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park.
Okay, so let's check the desk before we go check on that safe. This was Lana's desk. Sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. Look, looks like someone's still keeping it clean. I mean, I think Gumshoe even said like, oh yeah, the cleaner comes in every day. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Kim must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of.
Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Okay, so I think that's everything we can figure out here. I don't think there's anything else to examine except the safe. Okay, so just one last look around. Everything on Gant's side is clean. Check this thing here. Oh, well, we didn't check the floor. This marks looks like some kind of flower.
Or it is. It's a sign after the insignia on the prosecutor's badge.
Prosecutor's badge?
Yeah, it's like the one hanging from your collar.
What? They have badges too?
The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system.
Now that you mention it, it does look all pointing and kind of painful. But Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge.
That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit.
So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges?
I guess everyone just kinda lets it slide.
I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. Okay, now I looked at everything. Just save. You never know what's gonna happen. Let's see what's inside.
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
Look, it's
Oh. A shard from a broken cup.
this somehow looks familiar. Where have you seen this before?
Ah, it's the broken piece. We got the final piece.
There's something else in here too.
Oh.
What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth.
A handprint, huh?
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, it's just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. Something now.
Piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup.
They look like pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective.
Also, can we use this? Anything here that will show any blood? Because like this just came to mind, just like, ooh, I totally forgot about this. I was hoping that we don't get we get a chance to do this. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Wow, this area must have been covered in blood.
Is this from that incident?
It must be. When Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years ago had passed, so the reaction's kind of dull.
So a murder really did take place here. Okay, anything else here? Show me the money, show me the blue stuff. Anything else? Not even on the organ? Okay, I don't think we have anything else that we can show that we can prove that, you know, there's a murder here. Okay, so let's present this. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? The one that was in the safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it. Assemble the fragments. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, Belle. Show us what rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
I can piece this together again. It'll prove Chief Gan was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. How many pieces? Okay. Okay. So let's just okay, fine. What does this mean? There. Fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But...
Hey guys, take a look at this. What is it? That piece he just attached. It's different from the others.
there's a reddish line on it.
A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? The unsealed jar updated in the court record. Evidence from the SL9 incident. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. So the final thing to match is that cloth. I'm guessing, since there is no prints, this. Yeah, I think we already talked about that, so. Blue badger panel? Yep, we already talked about that. Or do we talk about, oh no, okay, yeah, we still have to present. Okay, so, how about, this? Something with, Okay, okay, how about this list of evidence?
That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here?
Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been ripped off, so...
So Miss Edgeworth's list really only has half the whole thing.
Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of the form, pal. The back? Oh, alright, This? Okay, what's the final evidence that we need to look at so we can keep it? Holy cow, I have no idea. Something, it has to involve like wiping evidence, right? This? Oh, man. What would he use to wipe his hands off? Oh man. Oh. Like I'm done. Like, oh yeah, fingerprints. Use that to find whose fingerprints this is. Obviously, I'm dumb. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Yeah, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh. Oh god, no, remind me never do that again. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh? Come on, this isn't time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh. Where's your sense of humor?
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth, and once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away.
What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Alright. Oh. Just put on a whole lot. On cover essentially the entire middle section. Alright. And close. Okay, a little bit at the bottom. Alright. Blow them away. I gave my best shot.
That kind of result won't be good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get any clear results from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay, I'm guessing it's the middle one since that one looks like it has the most contact. Alright, I thought just like, oh, it's just gonna give us, you know, the automatic, you know, one. The automatic finger with the prints. Alright. A little bit more in the middle there. And there we go. Hello? There we go. Oh, wait, that isn't him. Whoa, hello, what? 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 Why is Emma's... Why? Oh god, don't tell me, don't tell me. She's the actual murder, that's why she doesn't remember it. PTSD made her forget. It's match. Oh, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Hey, you. Over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing on the inside of the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth folded and added to the court record. Found in Chief Gant's safe. Evidence for something. But what? Bears Emma's sky prints. Well, not any help. Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and I saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir. Drop your ID on the way out. You but won't be needing it anymore. But sir... Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way out too then. Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spiky hair. You're free to go.
Mr. Wright!
Look, pal. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Chief's office is off limits. But no, you just have to go and sneak in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office. I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, are you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police want to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Okay.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in the court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. I think I know who it is lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you've convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Oh, keeping quiet, huh? I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted that you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you were unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you were incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. Certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No. Think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you speak of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What's this person's name?
Huh. Well, they put him right on the front. Damon Gant. Well, Miss Guy.
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know?
Okay, let's talk about Damon Gant.
We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why were you trying to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was
me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that she can't falsified evidence in that case.
Would it be that business? So let me just save. Never know what might happen.
I just found this in the safe in the chief's office. This straw piece, and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. As you surmise, I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty of murder. Why not? Now, Mr. Wright, can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
And the detective of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps, I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate.
Okay, so she was essentially a hitman, if that's the right word to use. So what were these orders?
Although I can't tell you the details, I can say I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
No, oh no. No, hold on. So it was a Damon who killed Goodman, and then and then she would have to take the blame. She would have to make it look like that she murdered Damon. I mean that she murdered Goodman. Or well, hold on, because the autopsy said that he died. Well, yeah, like between 4 and 5:30. So like he could have killed, brought the body back. Killed. Oh, hold on. Oh, well, he could have did the single stab wound, put the body inside Edgeworth's trunk, brought after telling Edgeworth to get the evidence, get the screwdriver from here, bring it back to the prosecutor's office. Once he's there, Lana's there. She opens the trunk. She stabs him again. Well, at least, or at least make it look like she stabbed him. Well, this is a single stabbing, so if she had that good, the good accuracy, she could have possibly stabbed him in the exact same place. Maybe, I don't know. And then that's how, the whole murder thing went down. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from SL9 incident. Serial killer's Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
Oh, I was right. I was right about the double stabbing in the same location, but it was just a different knife. Oh. And that knife would be Edward's knife?
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my own hand.
And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well.
And then
She saw me as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intention was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife.
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. Word got out. She would. The reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf, hid it, and added Schwartz's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was hidden inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
Bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
Oh. Okay, so I'm guessing to have that whole 2 murders. Oh, sorry about that. I hit the mic with my controller. Sorry about that. Okay, so before they explain, I'm guessing that to show that if there's 2 murders at different places, then she can't be the murderer, right? Oh, right. So that's the thing, right? If there's 2 murders at 2 different places at the same time, then Lana couldn't be the murderer. Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, so I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he wanted to take things into his own hands.
Okay, or my theories was completely wrong, and he went on his own thing. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman, tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card. It seems he didn't, but he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused an incident in the evidence room?
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana,
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, Don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Bond's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago.